Hello everyone. Can you see this board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Any doubt from last class? So we were discussing paramagnetism and what is the source of paramagnetism? Unpaired spin magnetic moments. Okay. So magnetic moment of individual atom is non-zero. But magnetic moment of material or substance is nearly equal to zero. Why? Due to their random orientation. Okay. But if we apply field, means H is not is equal to 0, then also we can have two possibilities. One, no effect of temperature. Second, the effect of temperature. Okay. No effect of temperature means all spins are aligned in the direction of H. Okay. Or it simply means that the magnetization means magnetic moment per unit volume is equal to n times m. What is m? Magnetic moment of one atom. N numbers of atoms in unit volume. But if T is not is equal to 0, then spins have some distribution. Okay. And that distribution is given by this Maxwell's-Boltzmann distribution. And obviously m is now smaller than this number. इससे तो कम ही आए. This is the upper limit. Guys, please. So this is the upper limit, m is equal to nn, and this is achievable only when you have zero temperature. But if fluctuations are there, randomness is there due to temperature, your results are somewhat less than this. Okay. So we are going to discuss this case. We have applied some field, but temperature is also not zero. हमने field भी apply किया है, but temperature zero नहीं है. Okay. So what really happens? Numbers of spins having energy E2 E plus dE. Let me call it NE dE is equal to or proportional to this thing. Okay. What is E? E is equal to minus mb cos theta. M is the magnetic moment of one atom. B is applied field. Theta is the angle between magnetic field and magnetic moment. So we can write this NEDE in different form. E to the power plus mb cos theta upon kt. DE means, so DE simply means the derivative of this with respect to theta, which is mb cos becomes minus sign. So mb sin theta d theta. So let me say this is n theta d theta now. And what is n theta d theta? Numbers of spins making angle theta to theta plus d theta from magnetic field. Okay. You can see when theta is 0, let us calculate how many spins are along the magnetic field. These are proportional to this mb upon kt. How many are anti-parallel to magnetic field? E to the power minus mb upon kt. So you can see more spins are favoring magnetic field. ज़्यादा spins magnetic favor कर रहे हैं. कुछ spins anti-parallel भी हैं. Okay. So yes, we have some magnetization. Magnetization तो है. It is a non-zero number, but it is not as high as Nm. वो इतना भी ज़्यादा नहीं है जितना 0 Kelvin के केस में आएगा. So let us calculate how much is the magnetization. Okay. So first of all, we need to know distribution of spin. We have partial answer. The numbers of spin in this range are proportional to this. But how many exactly are the spin in this range? Means this n theta d theta numbers of spins per unit volume is equal to some constant times this. Right? How do we find this constant? ये constant कैसे पता चलेगा? Total numbers of spins in unit volume is equal to how much? कितने होंगे? From this formula, they must be equal to this much. N theta d theta. And what is the possible range of theta? Let us say this is the direction of B or H. So spin can be parallel to this, can have some angle, and it can be at the most anti-parallel, right? Theta can go from 0 to pi. In spins का क्या होगा? Let us say this spin. This is making some angle, let us say 2 pi minus something. So this spin and this spin have same energy. इन दोनों का energy same है, right? So when I say cos theta, ये एंगल भी काउंट हो गया और ये एंगल भी काउंट हो गया. Okay. So range of theta is from 0 to pi. So these are the total numbers of spin per unit volume. And we know total numbers of spins in a unit volume are given by this number n. Okay. So now we can calculate this C 0 to pi C e to the power mb cos theta upon kt mb sin theta d theta is equal to n. Okay. Let me put kt here also and kt here also. Okay, and mb upon kt is now a constant. Let me call it any constant. Let us say a. Okay, so we need to solve this integral to find c. So let us solve this integral. 0 to pi c e to the power a cos theta kt a sin theta d theta is equal to n. So how do we solve it? Take a cos theta is equal to some new variable x. This gives minus a sin theta d theta is equal to dx. Put it here. C e to the power a, sorry, e to the power x minus sine, and minus a sin theta d theta becomes dx. kt is also here. kt is here. Integral of this. क्या इंटीग्रल हुआ इसका? kt c minus e to the power x with some limit minus kt c. What is x? X is a cos theta. E to the power a cos theta. Limit 0 to pi. Okay. So what is the answer? Minus ktc. Put theta is equal to pi. It becomes minus a minus e to the power a. Okay. So the quantity inside bracket is negative because exponential minus a is smaller than this. So I can write it as kt c e to the power a minus e to the power minus a. This is equal to n. What is c? C is equal to n upon kt e to the power a minus e to the power minus a inverse. So now we know c, we know this answer. Numbers of particles, numbers of spin in range theta to d theta to theta plus d theta are equal to this. A cos theta and let's be here. C is a cos theta okay, where C is this. So if someone asks me how many spins are making angle from theta is equal to 10 degree to 30 degree, then I can say these such spins are this much. Convert this to pi, it becomes 10 pi by 180, 30 pi by 180, and n theta d theta. Okay. So now we have all the informations. Now we need to know how much magnetization are they going to produce. कितना magnetization इनसे produce होगा. So this is the applied field in this direction. Some spins are parallel to it. Some spins are making some angle to it. Some are perpendicular. Some are opposite also. Okay. So how much is the contribution of this spin in the magnetization? We can break it in two parts. One is along the field. One is perpendicular to the field. We have similar scenario In this side also, some are parallel, some are making negative angle, some are vertical downward, some are back. We can also take component of these. So what we see, the vertical component cancels and it is the horizontal component only which is contributing into the magnetization. जो vertical component है ये cancels कर रहे हैं and horizontal component ही magnetization में contribute कर रहा है.
सर
Yes.
सर लेकिन ये हॉरिजॉन्टल वाला भी तो लेफ्ट साइड में भी जाएगा और राइट साइड में भी.
Right. Okay. So you are talking about this spin also, no? Something like this, huh? Yes, you are right.
दिख नहीं रहा. Yes sir.
Okay. But see one more thing. These spins are more. The spin which are making a smaller angle with B are more than the. So let me say these are, let us say 100 spins. These will also be 100, but these will be only like 30. These will be only like 30. This is the scenario. Now, do you see any vertical component of magnetization?
No sir.
Do you see any horizontal component?
Vertical
Yes.
तो cancel हो गया.
Vertical is always cancelling, but horizontal
Yes,
will
sir.
be there, right?
Yeah.
So we are directly taking only the horizontal component of each magnetic moment. So we know the size of this, it is m, but how much we are getting out of this m? Only m cos theta. Okay. So magnetization due to spins making angle theta to theta plus d theta. कितने spins हैं ऐसे? n theta d theta. How much are they contributing into the magnetization? Each one is contributing m cos theta. Okay. What is the total magnetization? Integral 0 to. So this is this. So magnetization due to all spin. Zero to pi n theta d theta m cos theta. Okay. This is equal to m. So now we can calculate m. N theta we know. N theta we हमने calculate किया. Such a big number. Let me write it in the previous style again. C kt e to the power a cos theta a sin theta d theta. Okay. So let us write all the numbers here again. 0 to pi c e to the power a cos theta kt, right? Kt a sin theta. Kt a sin theta. This is n theta. Put m cos theta and d theta. Okay. This is the integral that we need to solve. This will give us m. What is c? C has already been calculated. C हम already calculate कर चुके हैं. This is this number. What is a? A is this number. Okay. So this integral can also be done. ये integral भी किया जा सकता है. It's not a difficult one. C is constant, kt is constant, a is constant, m is constant. Put a cos theta is equal to x. It means that minus a sin theta d theta becomes dx. Okay, so what we get here, e to the power x minus a sine theta. So let me kill a from here. Let me take out a from here, and I get minus dx, and cos theta is still there. So cos theta means x upon a. Okay. So this is the integral that I will have to do. Limits theta from 0 to theta to pi. Okay. So this integral is doable. ये आप कर सकते हैं. So c k t m upon a theta 0 to theta pi minus e to the power x dx. Okay. And x also. So do this integral. First solve it in x. Once you get the integral, put x is equal to a cos theta, then put the limit of theta from 0 to pi. You will get the final magnetization. Okay. So do this calculation. Let me write the final answer from the book. It's a doable calculation. If you don't get the result, then you let me know. So where is the result? So this is the answer. Magnetization is given by N MB. What is mu here? N times M e to the power a plus e to the power minus a divided by e to the power a minus e to the power minus a minus 1 upon a. What is a? A is equal to m b upon t. So this is the final magnetization. If I ask you to plot M versus A, what sort of graph do you expect? Or in simple words, can you imagine what kind of graph is this? Summation of exponential, difference of exponential, minus 1 upon A. Or let me ask you some very simple things. If I ask you to plot this function, what is f? F is just the numerator. किस तरह का ग्राफ होगा? Oscillating, increasing, decreasing.
Sir, first increasing, then decreasing.
So if you see, put a is equal to 0 here. How much
Sir,
answer
its
is?
value is and it's going to be increased on a greater than.
Okay. So let me show you. If you put a is equal to 0, this is e to the power 0 plus e to the minus 0, 2, right? So it starts from some constant value. After that, now let us take a tends to infinity. A tends to infinity means this is increasing and it keep on increasing. This is decreasing. What is the lower limit of this term? कम से कम कितना जाएगा? Decreasing to 0. So in a tends to infinity limit, it is only the first term which is contributing, and this term is going towards infinity. So the numerator is an increasing function like this, and it keep on increasing. Okay, let me call it numerator. What about denominator? Same thing. Calculate at 0. कितना मिला आपको?
-2.
-2. E to the power 0 is 1. E to the power minus 0 is also
Along the negative minus.
1 minus 1 is 0. Why minus? Okay. And if you keep on increasing, I mean, let us say a tends to infinity limit. Now, this term is increasing. This term is decreasing, right? So what is their net effect? First term is going towards infinity. Second term is approaching 0. So this term is very close to 0, right side term. Left side term is approaching infinity. So in a tends to infinity limit, this is close to exponential a only. So this is also has the same behavior. Only thing, it starts from 0. Okay. What is the derivative? What is the division of these two? ये कहाँ जा रहा है? Now this is very complicated.
2/0 तो infinity हो गया.
So
0 पे.
initially, yes, a is equal to 0 पर numerator is finite, some constant value, denominator is 0. So it is infinite at a is equal to 0. Okay. उसके बाद, now let us take a tends to infinity limit. In
It will be 1 at
this is going like exponential a. This is also going like exponential a. Means this thing is approaching 1. So this is the behavior of first term. This is -1 upon a. -1 upon a कैसे जाएगा? Obviously this is also infinite at 0, but this is approaching towards 0. Subtraction of these two, इन दोनों को subtract करेंगे तो क्या बनेगा? This sort of curve. Let me show you exact behavior, then it will be clear to you.
పార్టీస్ బయట తిరగడం అనేది నా దృష్టిలో నా ఎంజాయ్మెంట్ ఏంటంటే
Leave your mic if it is not required. So cos hyperbolic is actually the numerator part. Exponential x plus exponential minus x divided by 2. Okay. So only a factor of 2 is also there. Otherwise it is the same function. What we see? Let me use the smaller number. even smaller. So you can see this number is starting from 1. Why 1? Because it is divided by 2. Now it is keep on increasing. Okay. What about denominator? This is sine hyperbolic x with a factor of 2. Let me plot that also. You can see both the plots are overlapping to each other. But if you see at the lower limit, they are not overlapping. Let me choose some smaller number. So cos hyperbolic is starting from 1. Sin hyperbolic is starting from 0. But as you go on the higher x limit, you can see both are very close to each other. Okay, and they are going towards infinity. What is their division? Division is called tan hyperbolic x. Let me plot that also. Okay, so tan hyperbolic x is very close to 0 in this graph. So let me eliminate these two first. Let me eliminate cos hyperbolic. Yes. So what we see, tan hyperbolic is approaching 1, and this assumption is not right. It is starting from 0. इसके बारे में थोड़ा सोचिएगा क्या हुआ यहाँ पर. What we were thinking that it will start from infinity. What we are actually seeing, it is starting from 0. Okay, so something is not right here. Think about it again. I mean, just solve this part. E to the power a plus e to the power minus a. No. Sorry. 1 minute. We are right here. This is cot hyperbolic. So it is infinity, and what you see, it is going towards 1. Okay. What is cot hyperbolic x minus 1 upon x? Yes. It starts from 0 and it keep on increasing. Okay. Let me use some bigger number. So what you see, it is increasing, but it is not going towards infinity. It is going towards 1. Okay. So this is the behavior that we are getting. So now let me plot this full function here. This look like this. This is m, this is a, and the behavior is like this. ये कहाँ approach करेगा? What is this value? This value is how much? The term inside bracket is equal to 1 at large multiplied by nm. So this saturation limit is n times m. A large means what? This is a tending towards infinity. What is a? A is equal to mb upon kt. So when we say a is moving towards infinity, this actually means T is approaching to 0. Or when temperature goes down to 0, magnetization is going towards maximum value Nm. This is what I said you in the first slide. At T is equal to 0, all spins are aligned in the direction of H. And what is the magnetization that we will get? Nm. So this is the maximum number. This you achieve only at T is equal to 0. If T is not is equal to 0, we will get lower number. And how much is that number? This graph will tell you. Okay. So magnetization here depends on temperature, and this is the kind of behavior with respect to temperature. But this is not a good looking formula. ये formula बहुत अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है देखने में. Can we write it in a simple form? Let us see. Or you can also write it as NN. This whole thing is called cot hyperbolic A minus 1 upon A. So let us simplify it for small a. Small a means high temperature. So how do we simplify? Let us try something. M upon Nm. E to the power a. क्या बनेगा ये? And keep on going, right? E to the power minus a. Same thing. Same thing again. Minus 1 upon a. So we want to solve it for small a. Let us first solve it without using any approximation, and whenever needed we will apply approximations. So what we get on the numerator, even powers, right? Because odd powers have opposite sign, so they cancels. 2 times of 1 plus a square upon factorial 2, a4 upon factorial 4, and so on, right? What we have on denominator now, even powers will cancel, like 1 here minus 1 here cancels. A and minus a now will be add up. A square term will cancel. 2 times of, we will have what powers now? What powers means a will be here, a cube by factorial 3 will be here, a5 by factorial 5 will be here, and so on. Okay, minus 1 upon a. 2 cancels. Can we further simplify it? क्या और सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं बिना किसी एजम्पशन के?
तो नीचे से निकाल लो.
Okay, so let me take 1 by a out. So 1 by a will come out from here. 1 by a is here also. What I get now? 1 plus a square upon factorial 2 plus a4 upon factorial 4. If I take out a from here, I will get 1 plus a square by factorial 3, a4 upon factorial 5 minus 1. इसके आगे आपको स्कोप है. Now you can see we cannot solve it beyond this limit, right? So let us simplify this now. So we are going to make first approximation here. क्या करें? We are going to ignore higher order terms. कितना इग्नोर करना है? 1 is the maximum term. कम से कम एक और लीजिए, a square by 2. So we are going to ignore a4 here. We are going to ignore a4 here. So what we get? Nearly equal. Now it is not exactly equal. And when can we ignore? When a is small. A small means a is bigger than a square is bigger than a4 is bigger than a6, right? Like a is 0.1, a square is 0.01, a4 is 0.00001. Okay, so it is 1 plus a square upon 2. Here we have 1 plus a square upon 6 minus 1 equal to 1 upon a. Now we can solve it. Let us see what we get. So 1 cancels. What we have, a square by 2 minus a square by 6, 1 plus a square by 6, 1 by a. This is equal to 3 minus 1, 2 by 6, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, a square upon 1 plus a square by 6. So this is one simple answer. Let me take one more approximation to get further simplified answer. 1 is greater than a square by 6, or 1 plus a square by 6 is nearly equal to 1. So what I get? Nearly equal to 1.
Sir, it will be
Yes.
1 by 3, not 2 by 3.
Sorry?
It will be 1 by 3, not 2 by 3.
1 by 3. 3 minus 1, 2 by 6. Yes, 1 by 3. Yes. 1 by 3. A square upon 1. So we are getting a by 3. Much better answer with two approximations. M is equal to nm a by 3. What is a? mb upon kt. So m is equal to nm square b upon 3k 1 by t. Let me verify from the book. Yes, same answer. Okay. What is chi now? Chi is equal to this. M upon h. What is m? This. N m square. What is b? B is mu naught h. H cancels upon 3k 1 upon t. Or you can also say chi is equal to c upon t. C is equal to n m square mu naught upon 3k. क्या नाम है इसका? Curie constant. What is this relation? Curie. Okay. So paramagnetism decreases as you increase temperature. Temperature बढ़ाएंगे, paramagnetic effect कम होना शुरू हो जाएगा. What is the connection of temperature with magnetization or susceptibility? This law. And this law has a name, Curie's law. Okay. And why does temperature kills paramagnetism? Because it disturbs the ordering of spin. टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने से स्पिन्स की ऑर्डरिंग डिस्टर्ब होती है एंड देयरफॉर you get less magnetization. So this is expected behavior. Materials show this behavior. I mean, if you check susceptibility with respect to temperature, we got this formula, we got this behavior. But some materials do not obey this. कुछ materials इसको follow नहीं करते हैं. क्या follow करते हैं वो? Something like this. What is theta? Paramagnetic Curie temperature. Okay. Now, what is the source of theta? Theta किस वजह से आया? I mean, what is so special about those materials that they have got some non-zero term here? और materials में ऐसा क्या है कि non-zero term भी आता है यहाँ पे? That is beyond your syllabus. वो आपके syllabus के बाहर है. So don't worry about it. But yes, this is the joint effort of two scientists, and therefore the name of this modified Lois Curie. Spelling is W-E-I, I think. Curie waste law. Let me check the spelling later.
WEISS.
Okay. So this is the Curie waste law. So this is all about paramagnetic behavior of materials. Any doubt up to here with diamagnetism or paramagnetism?
Sir,
Yes.
that theta is a constant or is a variable?
It depends on materials. So for one particular material, it is a constant.
Okay, sir.
Now, when you say magnet, when you say permanent magnet, you are actually talking about this branch of magnetism, ferromagnetism. And like you have a very basic theory of dia and para. You know their origin from the atomic level itself. Ferromagnetism is not that much universal. Universal नहीं है मतलब not all the materials are ferromagnetic. In fact, very limited numbers of materials are ferromagnetic, like iron. I think nickel is ferromagnetic. Cobalt is ferromagnetic. Let me see from the book. So ferromagnetic materials are limited in nature. So nickel, cobalt, iron, and GD means gallium, I think. Only these materials show ferromagnetic effect. What is ferromagnetism? So let us say we have some ferromagnetic material. We do not apply any magnetic field to it. हमने खुद से कोई field नहीं लगाया है. Still, these materials can have a non-zero magnetization. Even if you do not apply any field, आप खुद से कोई field ना भी लगाएं, then also they can have some magnetic field on their own. इनके पास अपना खुद का magnetic field होता है. What if you apply the field? यदि आप field लगाएंगे तो क्या होगा? Obviously, m increases, m हो ज़्यादा पड़ेगा. Okay. Or what is the value of chi? The susceptibility, which is m upon h. This is very high for ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic material susceptibility बहुत high होता है. So you can create extra strong magnets using ferromagnetic material. They have their own magnetization, or you can improve their magnetization property by putting them in magnetic field. Okay. So what is happening in ferromagnetic materials? We had only two sources of current, currently source to do it, and we have seen that these two sources of current produce diamagnetic and paramagnetic effect. What is the source of permanent magnets here? यहाँ permanent magnetization का source क्या है? So this initial non-zero magnetization is called spontaneous magnetization, because this is already there in this material. ये पहले से ही है इसमें magnetization. So nothing is new at atomic level. Atomic level पे नया कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. What is new here? The interaction between the atoms. In the earlier two cases, पिछले दो cases में, we think that atoms are independent to each other. हमने माना था कि atoms का आपस में कोई communication नहीं है. Okay, they are not talking to each other. इसके spin का इसके spin से कोई connection नहीं है. But now in this case, they all are connected. Okay, they all gets affected by each other's spin. ये एक दूसरे के spin से भी affect होते हैं. So what happens? You can think of it like this. Let us say we have one spin in this direction, one in this direction, one in this direction. Okay. If they are not talking to each other, यदि एक दूसरे को डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहे हैं, they have their independent journey. वो अपना आपस में independent रहेंगे. But if they are communicating to each other, if they are correlated to each other, correlated means the magnetic field of this spin is affecting the magnetic field of this spin, or magnetic field of this is affecting the nearby spin. If this is the case, what will happen? Spin A will try to deflect spin B in its direction. Spin B will try to deflect spin A along its own direction. So they all are trying to deflect their nearby spin along one direction. Okay. So in ferromagnetic materials, because of their mutual interactions, we get this kind of scenario. Let us say this is the ferromagnetic material. Spins आपस में interact कर रहे हैं, and through this interaction, ये चाहते हैं कि बगल का the neighborhood का जो spin है, वो भी उसी की direction में आ जाए. So because of this interaction, we have got situation like this. What I want to show you, if you see carefully, think like this. You have got one domain like this. All the spins are going in this direction, right? What about this? All the spins are pointing in this direction. What about this? All the spins are pointing in this direction. So they make a group of spins within materials. इस तरीके से multiple groups इसमें बन जाते हैं, जिसमें this group may have spin in this direction, this group may have spin in this direction. What about the spins which are at the boundary of two? उन spins का क्या होगा जो दो डोमेन की बाउंड्रीज पर है? Obviously they are always in dilemma. जो बाउंड्री पर हैं ये हमेशा परेशान रहते हैं, because this domain will try to deflect spin according to its direction. दूसरा डोमेन उसको अपनी तरफ डिफ्लेक्ट करने की कोशिश करेगा. So they always keep on fluctuating. ये हमेशा फ्लक्चुएट करते रहते हैं. Sometime along one domain, sometime along other domain. Okay. But the spins which are inside the domain, जो spin domain के अंदर है, they have no such problem because they are getting force in the same direction. उनको एक ही डायरेक्शन में फोर्स मिलता है. They always remain in the same direction. So we have this kind of domain structure in ferromagnetic material, and their total net magnetization moment may not be zero. इनका जो total magnetization है वो जीरो नहीं हो सकता. जीरो हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता. Usually it is not zero, and this is the spontaneous magnetization. Okay. So in the paramagnetic case, it was the external field which was trying to drive all the spins along one direction. पैरामैग्नेटिक केस में एक्सटर्नल फील्ड ये कोशिश कर रहा था कि सभी स्पिन एक ही डायरेक्शन में आ जाए. Here their mutual interaction is trying to drive them in one direction. यहाँ पे एक्सटर्नल फील्ड नहीं है, इनका आपस का ही इंटरेक्शन ही कोशिश करता है कि कोई एक डायरेक्शन बन जाए, राइट. बट दिस फुल मटेरियल डू नॉट गेट द सेम डायरेक्शन. पूरे मटेरियल में एक डायरेक्शन डेवलप नहीं हो पाती है. इंस्टेड दे गेट डोमेन ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट साइज. सिग्निफिकेंट साइज के डोमेन्स इसमें बन जाते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव ए non-zero magnetization even at zero field. Now let us say we apply some field. What will happen now? क्या होगा इससे? So let us say this is the external field that we apply. Okay. And let us assume that in the sample we have different domains. We have one domain here. The spins are in this directions in this domain. We have one domain here. The spins are in, let us say, this direction. We have one domain here. The spins are in this direction. We have one domain here. Spin in this direction. Spin in this direction. Now when we apply external magnetic field, what is the effect of this? So what will happen? Let me give name to it. This is A domain, this is domain B, this is domain C, this is domain D, this is domain E. So you can see domain A is parallel to applied field. So spins of domain A will be happy now because they are getting the same force which is along the डायरेक्शन ऑफ देयर स्पिन. वो उसी डायरेक्शन में फोर्स रिसीव कर रहे हैं जिस डायरेक्शन में उनका स्पिन है. B, the domain B will have some difficulty. They are trying to maintain their direction in the vertical direction. वो vertically अपने को मेंटेन करना चाह रहे हैं, but applied field is trying to rotate them towards horizontal direction. बट जो अप्लाइड फील्ड है वो उनको हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन की ओर शिफ्ट करना चाह रहा है. व्हाट अबाउट दोज हु आर एट बाउंड्री? इनका क्या होगा जो बाउंड्री पर है? सो व्हेन देयर वाज नो फील्ड, जब कोई फील्ड नहीं था, दे वर फ्लक्चुएटिंग. ये फ्लक्चुएट कर रहे थे, इधर जाए या इधर जाए, राइट. बट नाउ वंस वी हैव गॉट दिस अप्लाइड फील्ड, एक बार जब ये फील्ड हमको मिल गया, now they are not fluctuating. ये fluctuate नहीं करेंगे. They will definitely go in this direction. Okay. Or in other words, the size of A has now increased. A का जो size है वो अब पहले से ज्यादा हो जाएगा. What is the new size of A? this. So what we see, size of A has now increased at the cost of size of B and C. A का साइज बढ़ गया है B और C की कॉस्ट पर. B और C का साइज कम हो गया, A का बढ़ जाएगा. Now what will happen? These spins are now inside. जो spins अभी तक fluctuate कर रहे थे, the spins which were fluctuating earlier, now they are inside bulk. वो अंदर आ चुके हैं. Now they don't have any such problem. इनको कोई problem नहीं है. They will always be in this domain. But yes, those who are at boundary, जो boundary में थे, जो boundary पर हैं, they will now be fluctuating. ये fluctuate कर रहे होंगे. Okay. So that's what, this is what happens when we applied external field. All the domains which are parallel to applied field, their size becomes bigger. वो सारे डोमेन जिनका स्पिन फील्ड के पैरेलल है उनका साइज बढ़ जाता है. द डोमेन्स which have other direction उनका साइज कम हो जाता है. And what is the net effect? M increases. And we say that this is shifting of domain modes. Okay. So what kind of MB, what is the chi? Chi कैसे लिखेंगे यहाँ पर? What is E is equal to mu H equivalent? So in case of paramagnetic and diamagnetic, we had this behavior. Like in paramagnetic, this is the field applied by you. This is the field inside material. If you applied external field inside material will also increase linearly. Para. What is M by H? M और H का क्या होगा? If you apply external field, internal magnetism is produced in the same direction. Para. What about diamagnetic? H. This is M. In diamagnetic, magnetization is in the reverse direction. Means if you apply external field, the magnetism will increase in the reverse direction. What about BH now? This. So this is 45-degree line. ये तो 45-degree line है, means B and H are equal. This is the case of diamagnetism. Field inside sample is less than applied field. What about ferromagnetic? Ferromagnetic में क्या होगा? Now this is somewhat complicated. This is like this. So this is H, this is B. B means magnetic field inside the material. What is time, by the way? Just 10:06. So I'll continue this part in the next class. Any doubt here? So let me end this class now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.